Happy New Year and welcome to 2022. We made it. We got through. We have another year of life sitting in front of us. And at the beginning of the year, it's an opportunity for us to recommit to ourselves, recommit to our process, recommit to all those things that are important to us, recommit to our health, recommit to our family, recommit to being human. January is Kidney Health Month. And the kidneys are a very, very important organ. In fact, the most important organ in your body. And when the energy is highest in the kidneys, people are healthy. And the easiest way that you can support the health of your kidneys is through drinking the requisite amount of water. For those new to our video, the requisite amount of water is 1 quart of water for every 50 pounds you weigh every day. So if you weigh 100 pounds, that's your 8-ounce glasses. If you weigh 150 pounds, that's 3/4 of a gallon of water. If you weigh 200 pounds, that's a gallon of water every day. And the cool thing is when you start drinking enough water, which we will learn in our future class, you will actually function more efficiently and you'll find yourself losing weight. So, supporting your kidney is vital for longevity in life, and anything that impacts the health of your kidneys is a problem and should be avoided. Now, unfortunately, there is something that's been going on for the better part of 2 years that directly impacts the health of your kidneys, and that is the emotion of fear. What are the other emotions associated with the kidney? So we have fear, we have dread, we have bad memory, meaning remembering something bad. Not that you can't remember things. That's a completely different problem. But actually a bad memory, meaning something traumatic. Contemplation and impending doom. Anybody been living with a sense of impending doom? I'll get to more to that in a minute. The associated with the kidneys is its partner, which is your bladder. Bladder will be the health of, we'll focus on the health of the bladder in the month of February. But for now, we need to appreciate the emotions that also influence how the kidneys function. Okay, we have paralyzed will, meaning you can't do the things that you want to do. Haven't seen any of that going on, have you? Feeling miffed, timid, shy, inefficient, wishy-washy, or what the French would say, comme ci, comme ça, which basically means whatever. And so, we've all been living within that state for the last 2 years. Okay, let's say it's closer to 22 months. But we've all been living into that one way, shape, or form for that length of time. And that's not good for our health. And we need to do something about it. So what sort of fears do we experience? Well, currently we're experiencing the fear of an unseen, poorly testable virus. It seems to be mutating, taking on new forms. They're telling us that we need to be fearful of the fact that the current test may not be accurate for that particular strain of the virus. We've been told to fear our neighbors. We've been told to fear our family. We've been told to fear our friends. Fearful of going outside of our homes. We've been told to fear opening our businesses. We need to fear the authorities. Heck, we need to fear our government. They're taking away more and more of our freedoms. That's why we should be afraid of them. We don't know when they're going to come knocking on our door. Fear of getting tested. Fear of the results. Fear of getting a vaccine. Fear of not getting the vaccine. Fear of not getting enough of the vaccine. Have you had your 4th dose yet? Okay. Fear of our children getting COVID. That's just complete ridiculousness. Fear of our family members dying if we go to see them. Fear of traveling. Fear of gathering for the holidays. Fear of the consequences of gathering for the holidays. Fear of lockdowns. Fear of more lockdowns. Fear of internment camps. Fear of what will happen going forward in life. Fear of developing variants. Fear of whatever else they can do to restrict our lives, take away our freedoms, stop us from actually living. That's right, living life, okay? That's a problem. Has this been you in any way, shape, or form? Even just a little bit? Truth be told, again, it's been a majority of society. And ultimately, it's very heavy on my heart and it saddens me. Because people are not being people anymore. People are being robots. People are being sheep. People are disengaging from life and disengaging from spirit. And that's not okay. So what is fear? I'm going to read you the definition. Fear is defined as an intensely unpleasant emotion in response to perceiving or recognizing a danger or threat. Fear causes physiological changes that may produce behavioral reactions, such as mounting an aggressive response or fleeing the threat. This is your fight-flight response. Many of us live in all day long. Fear in human beings may occur in response to a certain stimulus occurring in the present or in the anticipation or expectation of the future threat perceived as a risk to oneself. Fear response arises from the perception of danger leading to confrontation or the escape from or avoiding the threat, which in extreme cases of fear, horror, or terror can be a freeze response or paralysis. In humans and other animals, fear is modulated by the process of cognition and learning. Thus, fear is judged as rational or appropriate and irrational or inappropriate. An irrational fear is called a phobia. Fear is closely related to the emotion of anxiety, which occurs as a result of the threats that are perceived to be uncontrollable or unavoidable. The fear response serves survival by engendering appropriate behavioral responses, so it has been persevered throughout evolution. Sociological and organizational research also suggests that individual fears are not solely dependent on their nature, but are also shaped by their social relations and culture, which guide their understanding of when and how much fear to feel. How much fear have all of you been feeling for the last 2 years? Not healthy. I promise you, your kidneys are suffering as a result of that. So common triggers of fear include darkness or loss of visibility of surroundings, heights and of flying, social interaction and or rejection. We've been rejecting our neighbors for 22 months. I actually had a neighbor who's since moved who was afraid to be within 20 feet of me because he was concerned that I was going to ultimately spread COVID, which I didn't have, into his vicinity, and he was going to contract that COVID and ultimately succumb to the COVID. So I wasn't allowed within 20 feet of him, even though our mailboxes were less than 20 feet apart. Okay? Fear of snakes, rodents, spiders, and other animals. Fear of death and dying. Well, it's interesting that we're all living in fear, and we're all living in fear of death and dying. Okay? Fear is an acronym. Can be said as follows. Forget everything and run. There's another colorful word that I use sometimes. This is a very reactive outcome. You're reacting to something that you don't have any control over. You could do the one that's pretty neutral, which is false evidence appearing real. Doesn't really push you one way or the other. Or there's the one that I'm going to encourage you to adopt for yourself. And this is face everything and rise. That is proactive. That is engaging in life the way that we were intended to engage in life. So this last acronym I would like to focus on for the year is love. Love is the opposite, or the absence of fear. Love is the nature of being a human. Love is the nature of life. Engaging in love. All we need is love. The Beatles sang a song about it. Okay? Love is the opposite of fear. If we're ever going to take back our power and get back to, quote, normal, whatever that is, as individuals and as a society, it must be done through love. So this year I will endeavor to have all my video newsletters be founded in and encouraging the sharing of love. Love with each other. Okay? Replace the fear you are feeling with my acronym for fear. Face everything and rise. Okay? So if you are someone who is tired of all the fear, around you, of all the fear of your neighbors, of all the fear of maybe your family members, of your friends, of all those people who've got you isolated and locked down as a result of their fear, okay? If you would like to get back to some sense of normalcy, I would like to help you become grounded in love. Love of life, love of your family, love of your neighbor. Again, love of life. Love of participating in life fully. So if that is of interest to you in any way, shape, or form, if you want to lower your fear thresholds, raise your fear thresholds, lower your sense of fear, okay, I would like to help you do that. The easiest way to do that would be to call my cell phone directly at area code 845-561-2225. Again, 845-561-2225. Please do not text that phone, as that phone is not equipped to receive texts. You will be wasting your time. I will never get your text. I will never respond to your text. That would defeat the purpose for you reaching out to me. But if texting is important to you, you can text me at my email address at docrick, D-O-C-R-I-C-K at spineboy.com, docrick at spineboy.com. Whether you are brave enough to venture out into the world due to your lack of fear, please come and see me at the office. I would be happy to meet you, happy to evaluate you, happy to help you understand what you can do to support your health. Certainly this time of year, we want to support the health of your kidneys. By strengthening your kidneys, you increase the longevity of your ability to live life in a more healthy fashion. And if you have kidney issues, okay, I'd like to help you recover from those. Interesting phenomenon. My dad, heck, I guess it's 2 years now. I don't know. Period of time ago, this COVID thing has totally screwed up my sense of time because we've been locked down for over 2 years. So my dad had a health issue, and they did a CAT scan, and essentially the doctor told him that he had a problem in his kidney, and that was one of the things that they were talking about. And he had lost several, indicated on the films themselves that he had lost functioning of one part of his kidney, and the doctor said that would never come back. Well, I supported him with some whole food supplements, okay, and when he went back and had his reevaluation, kidney didn't seem to have any problems because his kidney could recover. Kidneys and any other part of your health can recover, but you have to do it proactively. You have to do it in a way that is going to support your body to return to normal, okay? That's my purpose, that's my passion, that's my reason for being here. So I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to wish everybody a happy new year. Please make the most of 2022. You'll never get back 2020. You'll never get back 2021. But we do have the ability to move forward and move forward proactively. And that means without fear, okay? That means doing it and doing everything in a state of love, okay? Reaching for life in the state of love, okay? And so I want you to focus your intent on getting things to move forward in your life, okay? And so face everything and rise. Now we look forward to helping you in this new year. Thanks for tuning in. Happy New Year.